Totally. And I think that this is like the Trojan horse with our DNA, where they've taken our DNA to run a reality for them, etc. It's like, alrighty then. How about me and Moo take over that reality, bitches?
Yes.
So there's a lot we can do without being, combative. Staying in that neutral. It's like, sure, my kung fu's stronger. Watch me overrun you. So,
yes.
I mean, in doing this work, what we're doing is building that connection we have to essence and Moo. Therefore, we're building our magics. We're building our ability to change the reality. Because we can pull that fucking fabric out. I mean, that bloody moon, so close. It's like, I just pull it out, make it melt, whatever the fuck. You want to bring it closer? Thanks. Not a problem. Yeah, exactly. A little bit of matrix. So, I'm happy for the super fucking moon. And it's no accident that it's now. It's just the big boys are all fighting it out. For me, as I feel, I'm in my ride and I feel as I push the pranic sheets through, that whole matrix world in this ball over here. And it's like, it's finite. Because it's no source connection. The more we pull the energy back of life force, of Moo, of everything, right? It's like they'll just peter out. There's nothing running it. You know what I mean? Whereas we just keep thriving. Goodbye. Hang on. Anyway. So she was just riding with me. Just riding. And I was just blasting the shit out of her and whatever. And the plugectomy flew off. That's how it happened. She wasn't looking for it. She didn't know what it was. She said, this fucking thing. I said, yes. Right. So she's been pretty good. She didn't have the same fall down as Johnny, but she did have one day or one experience where her back went. She couldn't walk. Like, completely. So what I realised, or what I've been noticing, is as I've pulled those black boxes off, and as I've done that, what they do is there's an energy flow. You felt that candle, that column. And as that happens, what happens is they split the flow. That's how they fuse it off to the box, right?
Yes.
So one of the things now is about reweaving your flows. So as you sit in essence and you're pulling up from Moo, and it's still Ra-Mu Tech because the codes of Ra are activated, but you're pulling in Moo's soul star from the top, right? And Moo's soul star's on the organic no timeline. So you're bringing in all those colours and all those frequencies, and you're making that soul star flare from there. As you do that, you pull up Moo's gold. Let her repair the frequencies up the spine. It's fucking glorious. Orgasmatron. We shall know her through bliss, all right? And, go from there. Because we forget to repair. We're so busy smashing the shit up. You know what I mean? We forget the repair and reset. So what I'm saying is, as I did that with her, then I remembered to repair and reset, and her back got better. Like, how I had that terrible thing where it was in the back of my back and down near my sacrum and it was burning, and you guys all looked at it. It was like you could see those tubules, and they were off planet. And then I realised, oh shit, this is my Trojan horse. This is where they've taken my DNA and they're trying to make other planets like Moo. Right? And so that's where they were completely inorganic planets, like structures, constructs. I pulled the energy. Where they were other planets, they're going to be Moo's new planets in her. So it's like, yeah, all right, rock and roll. So by doing that repairing thing, it's like it repairs all them. It's really amazing. You suddenly get a connection with all those dimensions of self. So it's really exciting. You know what I mean? There'll be little more lineages, because that will be our lineage then on those planets. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Who knows what Anthropos that'll be? Anthropos 42.
where are these Adamu versions?
Well, what I can see is it's where they've taken our DNA and they've either found another rock somewhere, like another planet, and tried to give it life.
Other dimensions, right? Not this dimension. Other dimensions, not this one.
Well, the thing is, let's look at what dimensions are, because dimensions aren't really what Drunvalo taught us, right? It's not like they're little they're just different frequencies. So it's like when you do a macabre, in true effect, you're creating another dimension, because in that dimension, you have a whole set of rules and roles. So when someone enters that macabre or enters that dimension, they're entering your set of rules, right? Now, this is interesting because we don't need macabres. We can just dream it naturally. The Anunnaki need the macabre to create the structure to fit you in. We don't. We can just rock it. So some of the places they took us were an inorganic construct, like a Death Star, if you will. You know, like one of those, like the moon's an inorganic construct, like that, to try and give it life, because they took moose gold and essences as well to try and ignite life. Therefore, they could have another planet like Moon. And they've got some deep running it.
We were thinking, or we were talking like Saturn and Mars and Jupiter were like their attempt to recreate more.
Absolutely. But there's other ones too, outside of our direct... Well, when I say outside of, you see, our solar system is just their construct. So there's life outside the solar system. You know, so other places that Anthropos 10 have seeded, like in the Pleiades, like in Sirius, etc. Technically, that's outside of our, 9-planet, 11-planet solar system, but it's still part of their construct. So what I'm saying is, as uncreational takes in everything inorganic, whoops, where are they going to be? Because there'll be no solar system, it'll all fall. If it's inorganic, it doesn't have a direct life source connection, it ain't going to stay around with this uncreational. Right?
But actually, the Pleiadians are organic, no?
Some are, sure. I mean, it's just that some of them got in bed with the Archons via the Anunnaki. Yeah. So, mostly. So,
if they are organic,
yeah.
How is the planet where they live?
Well, it's organic too, right? But it doesn't have what Mu's got. Most of the planets, right, are not the caliber of Mu. They don't have the consciousness Mu has, okay? But they could become, if they're an organic construct, they could eventually one day become Aeon material. But why not capture a jinn, some of Mu's essence, implant it into that reality and run it for them? Because that could speed up a whole lot of waiting. And in the meantime, they've got a whole lot of stuff they can harvest. Right? So where that's been taxing and draining on us, now that we know about it and we're embracing it and energising what we want in it, we're taking control of that. We can bust that macabre because we're running it. Just withdraw your energy from anything inorganic, wherever you are, and only the organic remains. So I'm saying, what's it going to look like with nothing inorganic?
Because we were only focusing on here, on Mu.
Yeah.
And now...
Think global.
Okay.
But I mean, we start here. This is the catalyst. This is the mothership. This is where it all begins. But it was like when I was pulling back my DNA, when I was understanding to get back to it, was when those tubules and everything, when that all came up, it was like, why is it still misfiring? I don't get it. And then I went, that's it. It's misfiring. I can feel it's going like that instead of like that. You know, it was like, so I'm saying to you that sitting in Mu, that pumping the Ramu Tet, let it mend, let it fix, let it reweave through essence your fandango, you know, your fabulosity, your expression. And it's exhilarating. It's so great. And you really, for me, it's helped with all outside addictions. And I've got a few. You know, so yeah, mainlining Mu. Beautiful.
Do this Anunnaki want to escape in order to, they think, oh, we do it again. We run away, okay, it happened, but we come back because now we know how to do it. So they say we will do it again, or we will invade again because we did it one time.
I don't know. I think that with Mu becoming upright and they know it, it's like they're trying to harvest who and what they can to run something for them off planet because they're not going to be staying here.
Yeah, okay, we go back to the organic time. If they still exist, they might want to do it again.
Well, I think that, I just don't think it'll happen because we're forearmed, forewarned now.
I don't see you. You're in the sun.
I said, I don't think that'll happen because I think we're forearmed and forewarned now. You know, I mean, look, we've had, in my memory, there were 2 other attempted invasions. The main reason this one was successful, right, was because they piggybacked on the Anunnaki, a former A10. That's how they got in. But before that, we were quite successful in being able to defend ourselves. Now, did Mu pull these fuckers in so she could destroy them through us? I don't know. Ooh, feeling a little bit excited over that one.